Welcome to ACC Network Basketball presented by T. Rowe Price. From Cameron Indoor Stadium, number 5 Duke, winners of 5 straight, taking on George Mason out of the A-10. Hi again, everybody. Matt Schumacher alongside the Hall of
off and to actually practice.
Terry Oglesby, Byron Jarrett, Isaac Barnett are officials, and George Mason wins the tip in the road greens.
George Mason likes to attack the basket, get it inside.
Jalen Haynes gets it inside, coming off back-to-back double-doubles. And the rebound tapped around back to the Blue Devils.
With some pressure, they'll play mostly man-to-man, and they like to get after you.
It is a Duke starting 5 with 3 potential NBA lottery picks in the 2025 NBA draft, all 3 freshmen. Proctor, the lob, and a foul against your team. The A-10 this year has been really good. We have to be sharp from the jump tonight. How about a 3 from Flag to start? O'Connor had it jarred loose, 10 on the timer. And picked off by Sion James. To a trailing Proctor. Bang from downtown. Zach Anderson out to Maddox. And their leading scorer stops the scoreless drought and puts George Mason on the board. Maddox off the bounce. Tough floater, left it short. Numbers for Duke.
The pull-up jumper, yes. Floater, not so much.
Flag for 3. And a timeout by George Mason.
Didn't win the conference tournament. I don't know that they get in.
Haynes is sent away by Cooper Flag. He wanted a goaltend, but they are not going to give it to him.
That's a really good defensive play by Flag. He just waits on him, and that ball looked like it was still going up. But Haynes had a mismatch inside, and he's trying to use it. And when Haynes...
Good to see Malik Brown back in the lineup after he missed their last game with a toe injury. Haynes finally on the board.
A Flag fell down.
In the offseason, Malik Brown coming over from Syracuse. Billups hounded by Evans, stuck on the baseline. Up and under, and Darius Maddox showing why he... 10 on the timer here for Duke. Mismatch, Flag defended by Woody Newton. Flag, another offensive rebound. James, a deep 3. Got it.
For George Mason. So George Mason playing both of their big guys at the same time. Haynes has to try to get himself down inside. He's got a big advantage over Gillis.
Goes right at the Purdue transfer and lays it in off the window.
And that's what we said. That's what he likes to do. If he's not outside and he has the ball, he'll dribble the ball inside. Duke didn't come and double team him that time. They've been able to knock it away from him a couple times earlier.
Here's Gillis. It's a 3.
Not SEC, it's dreadful. But again, everybody's record against the SEC is dreadful. But the problem is you set the standard in November and December, and then it's hard for teams to recover.
Kneppel goes right around him. His first points of the night. Duke up 8. Maddox 3 with Flag on his heels.
Literally.
And 3 shots coming for the Virginia Tech transfer.
Place to make very little contact. It's hard for him to score 24% of their total points from the free throw line. Seemingly that they've struggled a little bit. George Mason is still in the game.
Proctor curling, blows by and lays it in.
That's just great movement. Movement of the ball, movement of people. That's hard to guard.
O'Connor had it picked off. Here comes Malik Brown. Gillis hounded and lays it in with the left hand. Oh, Maddox almost walked. Johnson a deep three. Oh, he banks it in. The first three of the half for George Mason. Sometimes it's better to be lucky. Here's Newton off the bounce, goes right at Flagg and makes it a 4-point game.
And that's Newton's game. Newton likes,
I presume.
yes.
Flagg takes flight and draws a foul on Haynes. He is pointing at the restricted circle.
It's legal guarding position, and that's what you have to have for there to be a charge call. Did that last foot, he had, the guy has to be in position.
Mason Gillis, kick out, Sion James. Back inside to Gillis. Heady play underneath in the bonus the rest of the first half. No, Gillis was real.
I don't know that you can quantify it. It's just very.
John Shire calling for his team to slow it down a little bit here with less than 2 minutes to go. Floated inside to Malawach. Left hand, no, put back. The games.
Malawach is 7'2" with really long arms. It's hard to get the ball up over him, and at some point you have to understand that.
Knipple. Into the chest of Anderson, puts it in. Shot clock turned off for George Mason. Final 10 seconds of the first half. Johnson a fadeaway. Rebound Knipple. 3 seconds. Knipple. George Mason goes into the halftime locker room on a 4.5-minute scoring drought. They had their
Chest, and that's a charge.
against 6'8", 265, and he left it off the front end. Behind the play, numbers for the Blue Devils.
And that's how you shoot 20%. You take tough shots. And there's Knipple. That's just a great play.
Win streak in which they've shot it better than 40% 3 times. Another tough shot by Haynes. 5 to shoot. O'Connor, foul line pull-up, that's his game, and he knocks it in.
He's really good at that. And one thing that Malawach is doing a great job of, he's not letting Haynes go back to that left hand. Haynes can shoot it with his right, but that's a much more difficult shot.
Flagg had 7 first-half points, goes right to the tin, and draws a foul.
I'm done.
How's your fantasy team doing this year?
With strides, but when he stops, he maintains that pivot foot. I mean,
and the woes from deep continue for George Mason, now 1 for 10.
I mean, Cup is 6'9". You're trying to shoot a 3 over him. Good luck.
And now a mismatch in the post on Newton. And Flagg takes advantage. Double digits for Cooper.
To double team him, he's really good with that turnaround jump shot.
Back to Flagg, and he is taking over. And now the 2-lane transfer with the basketball. Flagg extra pass. Proctor puts in a 3. Timeout, George Mason.
George Mason could have used that basket. I am extremely impressed with the way Malawach is playing defense inside. His help defense has really created issues.
Oh, that's a really strong take by Haynes. Slaps the floor on his way back. Proctor. Malawach fighting for the offensive
what
board.
A pass.
And Flagg draws a foul. Cooper Flagg at the line for 2 shots. Yeah, I thought it was it 2. Duke freshman projected to go in the top 10 in this year's NBA draft as Brown finishes that beautiful play with a dunk.
You come and you try to take two guys, double team.
Into Maddox, first points of the half for the leading scorer. 10 to shoot for Proctor. Picked off by O'Connor. 3-on-2. Haynes, right place, right time, puts it in, and now he's grabbing his calf.
He is a demonstrative.
Maddox. Tony Skinn thought there should have been a foul. Billups drives right past Gilliffs for 2.
And we have seen that very few times tonight, but Maddox just hadn't been able to get open.
Haynes against Malawach with 10.
Duke. Remember, we started out saying how important free throws were to George Mason, and they've only attempted 3 in this game.
Picked off by O'Connor. Tippy towing the sideline. Thunderous.
Really tough pass. He makes a nice play and just, you know, he never saw C on James, but you got to give James some credit there too. Stepping back in, not giving up on the play.
Wiggle free. Fadeaway jumper won't go, and Malawach the rebound. C on James. Spin cycle rejected, but a foul.
Done a great defensive job against him. They've made him uncomfortable all night long.
Every day during the week. By the way, George Mason foul. James for 3. Johnson. And George Mason now 1 for 14 from distance as Emejuru puts the offensive rebound back.
He overpowered Malik Brown that time. Brown not quite the bulk of Malawach.
Evans left open. Cashes in from downtown.
That's what.
Meanwhile, George Mason trailing by 17. Haynes kept it alive. And now Haynes with 12.
Haynes is pretty good on his feet. He plays hard. He plays with an awful lot of emotion and enthusiasm.
Uh-oh. Flag off the mark. Rebound Brown. Kick out to Evans. That's a 3.
Evans out there.
Haynes defended by Brown. Goes right past him and lays it in. Skip pass to Proctor. James off the bounce. Counted in the foul. Malawach will keep it here. And the offensive rebounding for Duke tonight has been spectacular. 1-1 here. As Haynes went to the...
You know, unless you're going to make a big run, there's no reason to put him back in the game.
4.5 minutes to go in the first half. And then Duke went on a 16-2 run. Nice take there by Woody Newton. Fouled by Malawach. Number 2 on the big foul.
The lane. This is only the 4th free throw attempt of the game.
Malawach tipping it into the hands of KD Johnson. And that's a tough take by Johnson, the Auburn transfer.
Good play by KD Johnson, but you just don't want to have to make shots that tough all the time. Here's the zone again. They match up very quickly, though.
Flag, nifty, has 9. Already 4 this season, is 2 rebounds away from his 5th. And there's a foul on the floor after the miss by KD Johnson, and that will take us to our final
tonight. But their defense has been outstanding, and in particular, I think Tyrese Proctor's pressure on the ball has really cut off the point of attack.
Flagg wins it back, then draws a foul, and 1-and-1 coming. West Coast matchup. Cal squares off against number 23 San. That January 7th game here at Cameron Indoor on ESPN against Pitt is a game that I'm certainly intrigued to see. Evans, his third triple of the half.
Better find him.
Malawach with the eraser. And Maddox hits his first three of the game. And what do you think about this Duke team? Are they clearly the favorite entering ACC play in your mind still after the first 2 months?
I think there's no question about that. I think that the surprise to me in the non-conference portion of the season.
81-79 with less than 3 minutes to go. That would be a huge.
As I watch this Duke team so far, the thing that has impressed me more than anything, you can see that tonight. I mean, Flagg comes in on the season shooting only 22% from beyond the arc. He makes that one, and so now he's 2 for 5 on the night, and you just expect that he'll shoot the three better as the season goes on.
24 for Cooper Flagg. Haynes sent away by Malawach. We'll go back at him. Oh, that's a nifty take with the right hand.
And of course, a lot of people turn it over playing in here.
Flagg inside to Malawach. Fouled by Newton.
He's got 24 points. He's got 9 rebounds. He's got 4 assists. He's got 3 steals, and he's got a blocked shot. Not a bad evening.
Another day at the office for the 17-year-old Cooper Flagg. Final minute of action here at Cameron Indoor. Duke will snap George Mason's 5-game win streak and take a 5-game win streak of
This is an interesting play.
to say the least. Malawach on the drive draws a season pull.
When you're talking about conference play.
Very possible that come March, the A-10 is a multi-bid league. George Mason hopes to be in that conversation, but tonight, too much difficulty scoring the basketball against one of the top defenses in the country, and Duke will win their 5th straight. And now, Dan, we turn our attention to the ACC slate for the Blue Devils.
And again, Jon Scheyer, he's very happy, I'm sure, with his defensive performance tonight.